Honestly, guys, you could not write our lives, could you?
No.
It's unbelievable, the story I've got to tell you. But it involves this little doggy, beautiful and tiny little doggy. When I mean tiny, I mean like, how much do you think he weighs?
1.5 kilos.
About 1.5 kilos, so smaller than all of our cats. Tiny, like a teapot dog, which you'll see. But I don't think you can always get a concept of just how small he is. But the basic story is that yesterday I had to take a puppy that we'd helped rescue. I got another video on that. I'll probably just up here. Take a look at that, guys. But I had to take this puppy to a charity over in a place called, where was it, Stu? Galera, yeah, which is about an hour and a quarter from us. And on the way, so I delivered the puppy, everything went well. Beautiful, beautiful little puppy. Do take a look at the video. And I was really pleased with that. Driving home, it's getting late. Getting hungry because I've been rushing around yesterday, hadn't had any dinner, looking forward to getting home. I drove through a town on the way home called Kuya, and that's where the main branch of our vets is. And literally, just as I drove past the main branch of our vets, which it is on a main road, there was this tiny, tiny, tiny dog just staggering in and out of traffic on the main road.
Like he was drunk or something.
Like he was drunk. You could see that there was something not right. And this young couple, about 20, were trying, the young lad was trying to usher him out of the road. Obviously looked quite nervous about picking this dog up. Was trying to usher him out of the road frantically while all the traffic just went past and weaved past. And so I pulled up at the side, went over to the young couple and said, "Is it your dog?" And they said, "No, no, no." And I could see why the young lad was scared of picking the dog up, because he was just snapping and looked quite snarly. But he was only so tiny. So I picked him up and quickly realised that he was a really old dog and he was clearly totally blind, and that it really didn't matter if he was snapping at me because he had no teeth at all, in a terrible state. Skin's in a terrible state, obviously very old.
Half his fur was missing.
Half his fur was missing off him, just in a terrible state. So my first thoughts were obviously take him into the vets, and I just missed the vets. They'd not long closed, about a quarter of an hour before. So we've brought him home last night. I brought him home last night. Took one dog, came back with another dog. He doesn't appear to be in any pain, but he's just snaps at you all the time because he's disorientated. He can't see anything. We think he might also be deaf or nearly deaf. As I say, obviously really, really old, bless him. We think it's too much of a coincidence that he was right outside the vets. My suspicion is that somebody has dumped him. He's obviously been loved at some point because he's got a little collar on. But what happens here quite a lot is that when dogs get old, they get dumped or disregarded or worse.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah. So my strong suspicion is that this dog has been dumped in a box or a bag or something outside the vets, and he's got out and he's totally blind and he's just wandered onto the road, and he must have been terrified. But what I've discovered, we're on the way to the vets now to see what she says. We've got to see what the vet says at the end of the day. But yeah, I think he was probably just abandoned outside the vet in a box or a bag or something and just wandered onto the road. I discovered yesterday and today that he does eat. I put a little bit of once he gets past the snapping, a little bit of pate in my hand, and he eats that, and he can drink a little bit, and I've been syringing water into his mouth so he can eat and drink.
But he ate his food overnight, didn't he?
Yeah, he ate his food. I left a tiny bit of food for him overnight, and he did eat that. He can walk, although he's staggering, but I'm not sure how much of that is to do with his eyesight. I just don't know. I don't know how this one's going to turn out, guys. Obviously, if we feel there's any risk that he's old and suffering, we'll have to make the right decision for him. But as I say, he doesn't seem to be in any pain, and he can eat. So let's see what the vet says. But seriously,
It looks like he's had a stroke.
these things happen all the time. Yeah, I think he might have had a stroke because his
tongue's
tongue's, his tongue's sort of out on the side a little bit. But we just got to see what the vet says anyway. Anyway, stay tuned, guys. We'll come back to you either in the vets or once we come out of the vets and let you know what happens. Well, we just got back from the vets, guys. It couldn't have gone better, could it, really?
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm actually really pleased to be proved wrong. This little one here was not abandoned at the vets.
No.
Apparently, we found out that he actually lives really close to the vets, and somehow he'd managed to get out. So they recognised him. When we took him into the vet today, they recognised him, didn't they? Because he's quite distinctive. And he has got an owner, which is brilliant. So they phoned the owner. The owner lives back over where I was passing in Cuyo yesterday. So I'm going to deliver him tomorrow, take him to meet the vet in the morning, and she is going to take him back to his owner. He is really old. He's about 15 or did she say 15?
About 15, 16.
15, 16, yeah, the vet said.
Older than you.
Older than me, yeah. And although he is blind,
Deaf.
Well, we think deaf, don't we? Not completely deaf, maybe, but the vet's quite happy, isn't she, for him to go back to his owner. He's just old. He's able to walk, as I said before, and he's eaten well. He had a nice dinner when we got in, didn't he? So yeah, as you see how he looks at the sort of corner of his mouth. So he's a very old boy, and he must have been terrified being in the middle of the road, not being able to see anything, cars coming at him from all directions. But you can see he's calmed down a lot now. He's not trying to bite me all the time. He's still nervous, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's calmed down a lot since he came here. It must be really hard for him not being able to see. But I'm really, really pleased to have been proved wrong, and it not to have been another abandoned
Does that
story.
mean you was wrong?
On this occasion, yes.
Everyone heard that.
And this
She was wrong.
I'm really pleased to have been proved wrong. And this little one will be back with his family tomorrow. So thanks for joining us at Casa Madhouse, and happy ending. Hooray!
Hey.
Happy ending. We like those. Take good care. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up for today's video. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us with our rescue work. And have a lovely day.
Hasta luego.
Bye.